Okay folks, we can hear some happy music coming out from the car park, and basically, yeah, it sounds happy, but we're in the middle of an aggressive lockdown of Sydney in particular, and I think the rest of what they call the Greater Sydney area. But basically, yeah, we got lots of closures of shops. It looks like the economy is going to take a bang. Whatever, it's really bad, and people are not taking the vaccination as much as they should. Nearly everyone wants the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine, but they're not willing to take AstraZeneca because they're frightened of the blood clots that happen rarely. And the thing is, you're more likely to die of the coronavirus itself, much more likely, than you are of the AstraZeneca vaccine. People just don't get it. And they want to keep playing tippy-toes. But tippy-toes is not winning. It's wearing us down. And our economy is going to take a hit, as well as people getting sick. I'm sick of this game of tippy-toes and suppression of the illness without actually vaccinating against it. So I just wish people would wake up and get the vaccine, even if it's AstraZeneca. We've got plenty of Astra, and we have to wait. We can't wait. We have to wait till a while for the Pfizer to come down under. So in the meanwhile, we've got to take what we can, folks. Anyway, we got this here. We're going to photocopy this lovely. It's got lovely holographic. But I'm trying to be happy, folks. I was really fortunate today. The op shops are closed, of course. They're not considered essential, obviously, and I buy my clothing and my bric-a-brac for these demos from places like St Vinny's or Salvo's. Vinny's was open yesterday, but basically now they've closed up again because of this harsher lockdown. We need this lockdown, folks. I'm not going to deny it. We do need it, but we can't keep playing this game much longer. We need more people to get vaxxed so we can get this thing called herd immunity. So we've got to try and work as a team, folks, as a populace, so that we can avoid future lockdowns. We can avoid future hassles. People are going to lose their jobs and their businesses because I don't get it, understand. I'd rather be vaxxed. I'm grateful. I know I got the Pfizer. But basically, if I couldn't get the Pfizer, I would have been happy to take the Astra any day. Anyway, that looks interesting. It's not what I want. You can just see the holographic sparkles there. But yeah, we've got to get together and beat this disease. It's the only way we're going to get vaxxed. It's the only way we're going to beat it, folks. Otherwise, there's just no other way. So we're just going to use that. Just do that. It's just not an easy one to move around, folks. Don't know how that's going to look. But I found a whole lot of bric-a-brac and clothing by the side of the road. A lot of bric-a-brac in a bag and some clothing in a bag. And it looks like we're going to have enough stuff to use for my demos. I think we're going to stretch that. That'll look really interesting. We've got the word Guinness Book. We want to stretch it. That'll look really funny. But basically, I'm trying to keep my demos going, because I'm hoping to get in touch with I'll just put that there for now. I got that for free. I got that for free, which I'm really happy about. But basically, what was I going to say? I got a whole lot of bric-a-brac, like little items like toys and shit, from the side of the road. Someone was obviously dumping. So I'm grateful that they were dumping it, because now I've got stuff to use to keep me going a little bit longer until this lockdown lifts and I can start going to op shops again to buy my materials to use. So I'm been really disappointed that they've shut up shop. They're not considered necessary. Even maintenance to this unit block is on hold except for emergencies. So that's how serious this lockdown has become. And this scanner's making some terrible noises. I hope this photocopier doesn't break down, because I don't think photocopiers will get serviced. I don't know. I didn't. That's not in the there's no category for this, but I assume it's not necessary. So, yeah, that looks really quite interesting. I think we could pull it further across. You can see that looks interesting. So yeah, I just hope this photocopier doesn't break down. But basically, I'm just going to try and remain optimistic that by the time things happen like a breakdown, hopefully things will be back to normal, or they won't be the same after this lockdown. I don't think. There's still going to be a lot of rules. It's going to be a very fragile situation trying to prevent us from having this disease continue to spread, to have another outbreak. You just don't know when and how. Now that looks interesting. So you just don't know when and how. Even after we beat this disease for the time being, there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to stay out of lockdown, maintaining it. That's going to be a huge challenge, is to try and stay out of lockdown, is to try and stop flare-ups. And I'm not very optimistic about it, folks. I'm really not feeling optimism. I'm really feeling a sense of pessimism, folks, because when something constantly goes wrong, I just can't believe anything better can happen. So I just get really, really, really pessimistic about it. But I'm going to try and keep my hopes up without getting them up too high that they get dashed, because we have to have this lockdown regardless of what people might think. I don't like it any more than anyone, but I know that it's necessary. It's the only way, but we need to somehow find long-term solutions to prevent the need for more lockdowns and shit like that, and that is to get the populace to get vaxxed. If they can just move their asses and get the AstraZeneca, if that's all there is available, so be it. So let's see how we go with this. Okay. This is an interesting piece, but it was really nice to find this this as a free book. Someone was giving them away, books. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.